to talk about the propagation of the sound from one place to another place as a wave. How it happens, let us try to explain, right? I will explain how sound energy is transmitted from one place to another place with an example. Let us consider this as an Apple store, and it is going to release a new product next day morning. So people are crazy, at least in the western part of the world. They are waiting in the queue before the store from the previous night itself. Queue is big, tight, and everybody is impatient about getting their product, their hands on the product on the first moment itself. They know that the store opens at say 9 a.m. but these guys are waiting from 4-5 years and it's 4-5 hours, and the store has announced that the stock that they have is limited. So this last guy is not sure that he is going to get the Apple product on that day itself, and he is angry over this first guy. So you want to give him a pain, I want to apply some energy, some pressure on him, but he cannot go and do it directly. The other guy will hit back. So instead, what this guy has done is, he just pushed his next guy hard and he came back to his position. Because the queue is tight, the next guy has no option other than pushing his next guy and came back to his position. The next guy has pushed the next guy, and this series of actions happened. Have you noticed? Any one of the guy has not had a permanent displacement. They temporarily moved from their positions, passed the energy of this last guy to the first guy, and the first guy has nothing to push because there is a wall before him, so he feels the pain of it. So the pain is transferred by the last person to the first person, not directly but indirectly. How he has done it? He transferred the energy to the next person, next person to the next person, and so on, right? This is how, so this person's energy, pain or kind of a pressure is transferred to the last person. Similarly, sound from one place to another place is passed to the other place via a medium. Here the set of these peoples together can be called like medium. Each person can be called like a particle of the medium, particles of the medium. So how sound energy is transmitted from one place to another place is, no particle has permanent displacement. No person has permanently moved from one place to another place. They temporarily displaced from one position to another position and transmitted energy from one place to another place, from place to place. This is how exactly the sound also travels. Sound travels to a medium. So medium is the pack of these particles in this example, and particles are each individuals are the particles of the medium in a comparison, right? So each person have transmitted energy to the next particles to the next person without having a permanent displacement. They temporarily moved from one place to another place and they came back to their original position and transmitted energy. So sound travels to the medium in the same way. So how it happens in that medium is, each particle temporarily displaced from its main position transmits energy to their next particles, no permanent displacement, and they came back to their original position, right? So this way they have transmitted energy, sound energy and momentum. This is how sound energy transmits from one place to another place. This kind of a propagation is called as a wave propagation. For that we need a medium, and medium shall have a property called elastic property. The particles coming back to their original position after removing the external energy applied, external force applied is called as elastic property. So, the medium shall be having that elastic property, right. So, the first thing is no particle has a permanent displacement. Each particle of the medium temporarily moved from one place to another place, transmitted the energy because they have a property called elastic property. So, for a sound to travel from one place to another place, it needs an elastic medium. It needs a elastic medium for propagation from one place to another place, right. And this kind of a motion is called wave motion. This kind of a motion is called wave motion, and this wave motion demands a medium for propagation, and this specific kind of a wave motion is called mechanical wave motion. These kinds of waves are called mechanical waves. So, sound is a simple example of a mechanical wave that needs a medium for propagation. Just to tell you that there is some another kind of waves called non-mechanical waves. The simple example for that is light. Light travels from one place to another place in a non-mechanical way, which means it doesn't demand a medium. It doesn't needs any medium. It doesn't demand a medium. But sound needs a medium. So, the way of propagation without any necessity of a medium is called non-mechanical wave, or in the other sense that is also called electromagnetic wave. How it happens without the need of without the necessity of the medium, we will explain it little later. But as of now, let me conclude by saying few things that sound propagates like a wave. For that it needs a medium. That medium shall have a property called elastic property, and each particle of the medium has a temporary displacement from one place to another place, never permanently displaced, vibrated about their main position, and then transmitted energy and momentum from one place to another place. This kind of a wave motion is called mechanical wave. Mechanical wave thus needs a medium for propagation. Sound is a mechanical wave. There is another way of transmission called non-mechanical waves or electromagnetic waves. Light travels that way.